So, friends, with this, we have our next speaker ready. We are going to add Kasam. Hey, hello, Kasam. You are on mute,
Hi,
Kasam.
Kunal. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
How are you?
So,
I'm waiting
we,
by Kasim.
Yeah,
yes.
bye bye.
Bye
So,
bye.
Kasam is an AI MVP way before ChatGPT. So, Kasam, the screen is all yours. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Should I share my screen now?
Yes, please.
Uh, Let me share my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? The
Yes, and you
and
are
you
all
are all PPT. It's fine, right? You can start.
all good. Yeah.
All good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Uh, right. Okay. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are joining, and welcome to this. I believe the first ever MCT India Marathon happening, and proudly, powered by Purple Skill and Spans Lab, and brained. I can say brained by uh, Kunal. So thank you, Kunal, for having me and making me a part of it, part of this. Like we can say an historic event. Definitely an historic event from MCT India. So I know we have many interesting speakers lined up. So I don't want to take much of your time. I will be, quickly start. Will start with the session, and in next 25 minutes, I will make sure that something you will learn something new about the autonomous agents and mostly about Copilot Studio. And for the brevity of the today's session, I have recorded the demos so that there will be no surprise as such in any of during the session as such. But then you can see that things happening. And definitely after the session or after the event, you can connect with me over LinkedIn and other channels. So yes, as Kunal said, I am Kasam Sheikh. I'm an MCT from India and an MVP in AI from India, among the first uh, four MVPs in AI from India. Okay, and yes, since way before ChatGPT. Um, so basically, in today's session, okay, you will get to you will get up to speed to what Microsoft Copilot Studio is and where it fits into the larger Copilot picture, and we will dive into details about how to build your own agent. Okay, we'll also show some new functionality called autonomous agents, which is our target today, and the extensibility capabilities of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Okay. So let's start with an overview of Copilot Studio before we jump over there. Okay. So Copilot Studio is an you can say an integral part of the Microsoft Copilot stack. I know during this 11 hours you will come across this many a times, but I will try to see that you know you will get that gist so that in the upcoming sessions also when you hear about Copilot Studio, Power Platform and all, you will be definitely you can link this and you will have a better kind of grasp on that particular topic. So as I said, it's an integral part of the Microsoft Copilot stack, giving us a kind of low code way to create an intelligent agent. Okay, and it is a part of Power Platform. Okay, a suite of low-code tools spanning Azure, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft 365 that gives you an holistic set of tools to build business solutions. So we have a few core tools within the Power Platform, like Power Apps, basically for mobile and desktop application development. We have Power Automate for cloud and desktop process automation. We have Power BI for business analytics and reporting. We do have Power Pages for enterprise grade websites, and of course, Copilot Studio for building agents. So the benefit of the platform is everything is like everything works together seamlessly to give you a complete set of tools for an enterprise app development. And the platform itself is highly extendable, offering of a data connector model with over around 1400 out of the box connectors, and definitely the ability to connect to your own APIs and services. So the question on everyone's mind, it's not just about how Copilot is going to change the world, uh, but it's going to be how we are driving this tangible ROI, like return of investment with AI. Correct. So let's see about Copilot. So Copilot is all about helping with personal productivity. Okay, we believe at Microsoft, like Microsoft always says that every employee will have a Copilot, right? It is your personal assistant. So it is a kind of one-to-one relationship with every employee and every Copilot. And they also believe the other half of this magic solutions is agents, and the agents are all about addressing business processes. So every single organization has business processes from the simplest to the most advanced. Now it might be as simple as having you process some paperwork. It might be as advanced as dealing with some customer support, but the important thing is that AI will transform those business process over the time. So you will have a co-pilot and you will have many agents. So these are expert systems. So they work on behalf of teams and organizations, and ultimately they will be connected to co-pilot in the form of co-pilot UI as AI. Okay, so when we talk about agents, so in Microsoft Ignite, they have announced a number of pre-built agents that are going to be built by Microsoft. So these are maybe starter agents, things like employee self-serve with Microsoft 365 Copilot, or things like SharePoint agents that are now generally available, that you can go create and that agent immediately from any SharePoint site. Or they announced in October, maybe in I believe London, the Dynamics 365 pre-built agents. So all of those are agents that you can go open inside of a Copilot Studio and customize it further. And then there is a built by third parties such as Adobe, ServiceNow, SAP. So this all to say, we believe there will be a large ecosystem of agents soon. Okay. Um, So Copilot Studio again fits into this picture by providing an end-to-end low-code conversational AI tool for building agents. I repeat, Copilot Studio is an end-to-end low-code conversational AI tool for building agents. So it's a best place to build agents rather, and where you are going to build lots of them. It's an Copilot Studio, our low-code platform, our building agents. Whether you are building them from Microsoft 365 Copilot, your website, or from your application. So okay, so let's dive into more of the ins and outs of what you need to know about building agents in Copilot Studio. um, okay, so let's take a look at the building blocks of Copilot Studio. So Copilot Studio has an end-to-end life cycle for agents within a single pane of glass. So you can build, you can deploy, analyze, manage agents from within the same web experience. Okay. um, and when it comes to building agents, you have multiple options. So it's really accessible to makers of all skill levels. So whether you are more on the no code or low code side, or on the full code side, So you can get started quickly with agents that are pre-built for you, or you can even build with natural language. Okay, this lets you describe what you want, what you want your agent to do, and AI can do all the heavy lifting for you. Okay, asking you follow-up questions and assisting you in the building the agents and all. There is a refreshed, I will say, user experience in the visual authoring canvas to make it easier than ever to navigate and customize your agent. And if you ever find yourself needing to look at the code and wanting to make a quick change there, a quick tweak over there, you can get a side by side view of the visual authoring canvas and backend as YAML code. Okay. This is really helpful for making quick changes and even sharing snippets of code. And of course, you can even share those YAML snippets from your Copilot Studio agents in our Power Platform snippets repo so that others can benefit from there. Okay. So it's a quick demo to just to get started with kind of a pre-built what we say an agent for you. So let's look how quickly we can get a fully functional agent using an agent that is pre-built for you. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. Let me go to that demo later because I need to switch the entire screen. Let me come to this part first. So once I will go through it, I will definitely show you how that can be that is done because it is recorded, so it will not take much time. Okay. So it has a few sets that you should know about Copilot. Okay. So first is knowledge. So now. Once you will see that demo, like how quickly we can build that agent using the template and all. uh, okay, so wait a minute, let me open that up, and I will show you that particular demo first so that I can relate with you can relate with the further stuff. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
No, no, Kasam.
Sorry.
No, we are not able to see your screen, Kasam.
Oh, okay, let me share it again. Let me share this again. So this was the reason I was not shifting between that
Understand? Yeah.
field, but that's fine. Or rather, let me have this entire screen so that it will not create an issue again and again. Okay, now I think you can see the screen,
Yes. Yes.
right? So this is quite demo which was recorded during the one of the sessions. It creates kind of a safe travel template, and the travel website and all are being tested. I will just run it and have a quick voiceover. So this is how our super cool Copilot Studio looks like. But this is during the recordings of this demo. This was there is a constant improvement happening in the UI. Rather, I will not say improvement, rather kind of improvisations happening. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so basically we have this templates all around. You can see all these built-in agents which are already there, and we'll just go quickly on safe travels part. You can see the instructions. It will navigate you to the entire screen. Okay, you don't have to even use your kind of a kind of confusion when you need to go, or how you can add the thing. So this is something, the knowledge which you are giving to your particular agent. So there is an option, you can add a public website, you can add your own documents, may it could be a PDF and all. So here it is adding a website. You can see that there is an Australian website is being added. uh, so as this template was safe travel, so they have just added a website from a public website rather, and you can see it shows in that knowledge part. Now, just clicking on it, in fewer seconds, the agent will be ready with that particular data behind the scene, and you can definitely test your agent in the same screen before publishing it. They have asked some questions. Here you can get all the descriptions and everything. You can change the description whenever you want. You can give the instructions. You can set the personas. You can set the tone, and this is the way you can test it. Okay, it is giving the same data from the public URL which we have added as a part of knowledge. Okay, and along with the important thing is along it with its it's giving a link. It's also giving that from where it has taken that particular answers. So even that source part is being given. And once you are convinced, like okay, the answers which are being added here or which are being given as a response are fine. After that, you can just click on publish. Okay, now publishing this agent, it will make it available for use. So until and unless you don't publish it, it is just within you and the studio. Okay, and okay, so it was very quick, right? We have just created, we have just create one template. So there were ready-made templates. We just went there, we created, we'd add a knowledge could be anything, your PDF files, your um, uh, the document files. It can be your SharePoint URL. They had given a public URL, but that's fine. It had, no, okay. So let's come to that knowledge part, which we added as a part of URLs. So you saw, right, how quickly we built it through the agents, and let's talk more about the knowledge area, so because this is a very interesting part, I believe. So uh, knowledge is one of the most important thing, okay, that we configure, because when we are building out our own agent, it is connecting to the knowledge that gives the co-pilot the power to answer the questions instantly over your data. Okay, so it is basically, it's all your data. You are telling that okay, you need to get the answers from this source, and you can connect to a variety of different data sources, like not just a public website. Okay, this can be an internal SharePoint site. It can be OneDrive, the files like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF, maybe CSV, JSON, and many more. Okay, you can even manually upload the files to your agent. So we can extend that knowledge available as well by connecting to backend service with custom connectors and integrating it with maybe Azure AI Foundry. Sorry, and with all these knowledge sources, uh, of course, the permissions are respected to make sure that your data remains secure. If you are giving some SharePoint URL and the people who are using it, it doesn't have access to that SharePoint, it will definitely not point you out there. So your data is safe. Okay. Um, Similarly, there is something known as logic. Okay, uh, this particularly gives you a kind of generative answers that use a custom topic. Okay, to see, there were some more demos, but I want to jump directly to autonomous part. So that's the reason I'm just setting up the things before I go to that screen or that demo. But don't worry, these are some of the few things which you should remember, like knowledge, logic, and all. So let me quickly run through it, and I believe we have few time with us. um, okay, so when you're building out an agent, you will be, inevitably run into those situations where strict generative answers just don't, cut it, and you need to uh, more fine-grained control over the conversation flow. So, which is exactly what we can do with the topics. Okay, they gave us a way to completely customize the conversation flow with specific turn-by-turn dialogues and the workflows. You can get a very granular and define exactly what you should kick off with a particular topic. So, what key phrase and things you are going to be looking out for that should kick off that particular topic and all. So you can ask specific question, send a message, and even branch your conversation and conditions. You can even call actions from a topic, which will get into later to connect to all kind of different services and Copilot Studio. Of course, it supports some power effects. So you have the ability to manipulate data using built-in power effects support. And within this custom topics, you can even set up them so that they can escalate and hand off the conversation with full context, maybe to a kind of live human agent. So, in the addition to controlling the conversation with topics, you can also even customize how the data is displayed. So, you can customize output with adaptive cards, and you can connect your agent to a custom canvas that can be hosted as a standalone web application. This is helpful for when you need to embed a customized iframe across multiple web pages. And if you want to learn more about this, is then you can start with some sample with the link provided and read the documentation for more information on how it works, the cards and all. Okay. Another interesting part is channels. So once you have your agent built and ready to push out to your users, you have several options for publishing. Publishing is done in the same canvas that you built your agent. So this support publishing your channel, publishing to your external customers on your website, mobile apps, or your internal employees in Teams or Power Apps. So there are several social media channels also supported, as well as the telephony capability and the ability to test your agent in the built-in demo websites. Okay. Um, okay. So another interesting part is actions. So when it comes to extending your agents, you have an access to varieties of third parties services through actions. So within Copilot Studio, we have an access to Power Platform connector model, meaning we can consume and connect over 1400 first and third party services automatically through actions. So connector is a wrapper around an API, and we can surface up those connectors and use them within the Copilot Studio via actions. So this gives you the ability to chat over the data and perform certain actions. So custom connectors, we have custom connectors. So for when you need to create one, okay, Power Automate, perform further maybe workflow automations and have it and kind of interact with your agents. We have AI prompts that provides custom instructions to the GPT model using AI builders. Default is now the GPT-4o mini model. Skills, this add a bot built in Azure bot framework as a skill. So at Ignite, they had announced that Microsoft 365 agent SDKs, which is an evaluation of Azure bot framework. So one of the key assets is Copilot Studio Client, which provides client access for external agents and services to communicate with Copilot Studio created and hosted agents. Okay, now let's come up. Let's talk quickly about autonomous agents. So we talked about fundamentals of getting started building and extending agents with Copilot Studio. But now let's now learn about the autonomous capabilities of the agent. So now you can tell your agent, okay, to listen for and react to an event, not just a chat, okay, and then use the generative AI to cascade and orchestrate this complex long running business process, allowing it to act autonomously with less human intervention. So this is how what all about autonomous agent is. Okay. So is it like RPA? No. Challenge with automation today was it was always complete from start to finish. You pass in a series of variables and it will complete. But it often requires a human at the loop of that to reason over policy documents. So check the variables and handle the nuisance and all. And that is exactly what AI really lands itself to reasoning and deciding across those variables or that variability, and then deciding how it's going to invoke actions or leverage certain knowledge sources. So this is really what autonomous agents bring. So it's the ability to do tasks that otherwise we couldn't automate in the business. Okay, whether it is too costly to build custom programs and implementations or too costly to build this automation. So it also helps. It also has a self healing where it will learn and improve. So one thing to take a note is that it is also it also will comply with human guardrails and ask for help. Okay, it can also trigger other agents as well. So um, for instance, like an agent can now react behind the scenes when an email arrives, maybe, and use generative AI to, trigger the appropriate chain of action in response. So, from understanding the intent of the email to checking the configured sources of the data and taking the appropriate action to complete the process. So, orchestrating and shepherding the entire process over the days. And now this is in public preview. Okay, so let's take a look at this next. So just have a look at this glimpse at this demo. Okay.
I've created an agent to help onboard new employees, troubleshoot hardware questions, and order new devices. Here, you'll see I've provided a description and instructions in natural language to define the types of scenarios I like this agent to support. These instructions are key to guiding the behavior of this agent. I've added knowledge sources and actions specific to onboarding and hardware troubleshooting. But now I can also configure autonomous triggers for this agent so it can run automatically in response to an event, not only when a chat trigger occurs. To do this, I'll start by choosing from any of the trigger options available, which align to your existing business processes or systems and applications you use today. I'll select a trigger to start when a new employee is added or confirmed to our database. With a couple of steps, I'm able to configure this trigger and select the table and the scope for the Dataverse record where this new employee information is being stored for my organization. With this new trigger added to my agent, it will now execute the appropriate actions asynchronously without me having to request any support directly. It does this by leveraging the actions I've configured and the instructions I've given it to welcome the new team member and order them new equipment for their first day. Let's test this new trigger. To do this, I'll simulate adding a new employee record to the Dataverse table by sending the employee information in the test pane. And I'm able to see how the agent identifies the right actions and knowledge and chains them together to follow the instructions I've provided. It first identifies the knowledge source for IT procurement policies and then welcomes the new employee. The key here is that the agent builds these steps on its own. They are not prescribed steps in any static order. It's determining in real time how to self-assemble these actions and find the right one relevant to this particular employee. To continue testing, I'll respond as if I were Miguel receiving this welcome message. And the agent continues to run, identifying the next step in the chain and leveraging the action to then list out all the devices available to Miguel. In addition to testing my new trigger, I can also view all the historical runs in the new activity page, giving makers insights into the autonomous actions for their agent. You now have the ability to review each agent run, handle exceptions, and make improvements. I'll drill into one activity run to show you what I mean. Here we see another dynamic plan that was created at runtime by this agent to execute this workflow for this specific new employee. We can see the connected third-party systems that the agent used. Clicking on the details of an action, we can further dig into the specific inputs and outputs for this action, which is invaluable for debugging the connected systems and APIs. We are also able to explore the conversation history to learn more and see how we can improve this agent's outcomes. It is now easier than ever to create an agent capable of handling end-to-end tasks asynchronously to streamline workflows, enhance productivity, and drive operational success across departments.
Awesome. Okay. So let's what you just saw was one of the many use cases with agent capabilities. So this can be beneficial for variety of situations. Uh, Imagine having an agent that can help with onboarding by automatically maybe setting up your first week of meetings, or an agent that creates purchase order for a device refresh request, or one that can help with sales and services scenario by making reservation and handling complete. So there are so many possibilities with the agent capabilities. Okay. Now that we have explored the steps involved in building agent, let's look at the extensibility story. Okay. Um, we have talked a lot about using Copilot Studio for building agent, okay, but it can also be used to customize the Microsoft 365 Copilot. Actually, this gives an end-to-end AI tool chain that meets you where you are with the right tool for the job. So, Copilot Studio is included in Microsoft 365 Copilot at no additional cost to extend the capabilities there using a low code approach. Okay. So with Copilot Studio, you can easily connect Microsoft 365 Copilot to other data using either the pre-built or custom plugins and GPT. So you can create and orchestrate sophisticated logic, and Copilot Studio includes management capabilities, allowing it to stay in control. Okay. So where when you are looking to customize, tailor, or extend Microsoft Copilot, you can also use Azure AI Foundry for more sophisticated scenarios. Okay. So there are multiple ways that we can extend Microsoft 365 Copilot with Copilot Studio. So maybe it's prompt plugins, which are part of AI Builder to generate content with AI, like summarizing long blocks of text or maybe extracting tasks. There are conversational plugins that enables you to build the topic which we discussed about and call that via Microsoft 365 Copilot to do the things like get data from SAP and other backend system via an action. Connector plugins, they provide a way to connect directly with an API in Microsoft 365 Copilot. For example, natively connecting to the ServiceNow connector to the in to list the incidents and all. And of course, the Power Automate plugins, it enables you to call automations to do things like creating approvals. Okay. Now, how so I spoke briefly, how developers can look to Azure and build out custom extensibility for agents built with Copilot Studio. So this slide actually represents the breadth of the capabilities from Azure that you can use with Copilot Studio, whether that is to extend the language model or knowledge base or maybe development process down to the analytics and telemetry. Okay, so Microsoft 365 Agents SDK.NET is the evolution of Azure Bot Framework, as I mentioned earlier. So the core conversational manager and channel adapters, which provides the SDK components to support the building custom engine agents. There is Copilot Studio client, which I already mentioned, which provides client access for external agents and services to communicate with the Copilot Studio created hosted agents. Now and now about speaking of analytics and telemetry, we can't talk about building and extending agents without touching on how we analyze this agent. So Copilot Studio's built-in conversational analytics dashboard offers a simple, clear view of your agent, what your agent is doing, how your agent is doing. Okay, so you will be able to see which topics are having the greatest impact on escalation, abandon, or resolution rates. The most common questions your user are asking to your agents, detailed data, session transcript, content moderation insights, and more. Instances where your agent didn't successfully return an answer. So, and if that is not enough, using the out of the box feature in Azure Application Insight, you can see how user move between topics and much more. So you can log telemetry with Azure Application Insight. So you can analyze how your agents are being used and how they are performing. Okay. Um, I think we are at the end of the session. This is what I wanted to quickly cover up. I know there could be many um, more things that can be covered, but considering the timings and other interesting topics, this is what I wanted to cover up with respect to the autonomous agent part and Copilot Studio, of course. So thank you. So you can ask the Q&A. It's not, I'm just saying, like, this is the end of the session, and of course, uh, kindly follow and subscribe the Purpose Skill YouTube channel and LinkedIn page along with Spans Lab, and open for any questions.
So thank you
So
so
thank you
much.
so much.
Yes, Pranav.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you so
thank you
much
so
for
much for
the
the
session.
session.
So we are at the end of the session. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we are
So thank you
So
so
thank you
much for
so much for
the session,
the session,
Kasam.
Kasam.
We really
We really
thank you.
okay,
okay,
friends.
friends.
So
So
next we
next we
Srushti
Srushti
Shah
Shah